Hi, it's Terry from No Crumbs Left, and today I'm going to show you how to make this coriander, lime, pork chop, and peppers. It's such a winner, and we top it off with an avocado sauce. Let's go. Some of what goes into this: boneless pork chops, of course some vegetables, and some wonderful flavors like coriander, paprika, chili powder, lime, vinegar, garlic, and ghee. So what I'm going to do is salt and pepper the pork, and what I like to do is just generally leave it right in the paper. It's just one less place to make a mess, and I'm going to do both salt and pepper. One of the nice things about doing it here is that it makes it really easy because you can just get all of the spices up, and let's get this over to a sizzling hot pan. So I've got olive oil in here, but you can use any oil of your choice. And let's get the onions sauteing for about a minute before we add the peppers, and we're going to add a wonderful spice blend. You're going to love this recipe. So that's a minute, and you see how they're just a little bit wilted, but not at all fully cooked. Let's add the peppers. The thinner the better, but if you don't have time, you absolutely don't need to do them this thin. A couple of summers ago, I actually got a recipe over at Eat Drink Paleo. It was Irene's recipe, and it was a version of this with tuna, and I loved it, and I thought about it ever since, and I did this with pork, and it's fantastic. So let's add in the spices. Look and smell so amazing. Let's stir that up. So that includes vinegar, garlic. It's always good to add garlic later because you don't want it to burn, and some salt. So we're going to set these aside now. And that's what I want to tell you. This pan is that's a heavy pan. Okay. And then we're going to wipe this out so it doesn't burn and get the pork sauteing. Recipe calls for thicker ones. I couldn't find them today. So here's the thing. Use any kind of pork chops and don't worry about it. But this is what I want to tell you. It's not 1960s, and we do not need to overcook this pork. It's great at medium rare. So let's go ahead and flip them. You can see, especially when they're ready, they have a little bit of give. And let's get them another 2.5 minutes on this side. So what I'm going to do now is take them out, and I'm going to set them aside on this board. And you always want to let the meat rest. I'm going to set this aside, and we'll keep the pan juices because I'm a gal that loves pan juices. Now let's add the ghee in here. We've got the coriander, the lime. Oops, that's real cooking, people. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's real. And I get the lime, and then I'm going to add the peppers back in. I'm going to add the peppers, and you want to get it in right away. You get all of that mixed up. I mean, the thing about this recipe that I like is it's something different. It's just not the same thing you make day in, day out, and you're going to absolutely love it. So let's get this back in. We didn't give it a lot of time to rest, but it's going to rest right in here, and all the juices are going to go right in, and that little bit of juices that I have left over here, let's get them all in here, and it's going to be part of making its own magic elixir. Let's make a special sauce. We've got avocado, cilantro, lime, and salt, and it's going to be great with this dish. So let's add chunks of avocado. We've got just 1.5 here. Depending on how much you guys like avocado, you can have more salt, which is stuck. And then I'm going to add both lime, and cilantro, and toss. Finished product, and we cannot wait to dig in. By the way, this is fantastic to do for leftovers, so you've got something for tomorrow. And by the way, I'm doing things like this over at No Crumbs Left all of the time. Lots of great step-by-steps about what to make next for dinner.